Good evening, Lyons family and One Pride Nation. I was just scrolling through Side Lion Report, and they have an article: five edge rushers the Lions could bring in. As you all know, you may know that the Lions that have lost Marcus Davenport for the remainder of the season. So we are now looking for a possible replacement for him. Now, I'm reading this article cold. I actually didn't proofread it. I just saw it, and I want to get right into this and talk about these DNs who they have, who they think that can replace Marcus Davenport for the season. So let's get into it. Uh, Up right here, they say that the Lions were hammered by injury bugs on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, and they kind of going on and they're talking about. It talks about Coach Dan Campbell talking about Derek Barnes being out, about Davenport being out, and then they get down to some DNs that could replace Marcus Davenport for the Lions. So let's get right into it. The first guy they have is Carl Lawson on the Dallas Cowboys practice squad. Lawson lingered available for a while before the Dallas Cowboys signed him. He was elevated from the practice squad for the first time in week 3 and played 8 defensive snaps. I do remember him uh with the Jets, and he had some pretty good years there. It says after a solid productive 2022 season for the Jets, I'm sorry, I think I said the Jets. I meant the Bengals. He had 7 sacks while he played 17 games. It says Lawson played in just 6 games for them last season. Lawson missed the entire 2021 season with a torn Achilles. The pickings are obviously pretty slim right now, but the idea of poaching Lawson off Dallas practice squad with the requirement he has to be signed to the active roster. Let's skip where I was at. Could be on the radar with the news of Davenport's injury. All right. Might not be a bad pick. Let's see who number 4 is. Hassan Reddick. Well, some of you may know I did a video at least a week ago about Hassan Reddick, about the Lions maybe going after him with a trade, and this is something that I still would not mind seeing. They say that as the situation with the Jets has dissolved into what is, I've consistently pushed back on any idea that Reddick makes sense as a trade target for the Lions, but to leave him off the list would be malpractice. It says the best edge rusher available and someone the Lions should pursue, like other outlets would have you believe. The price has to be very right, namely a contingent day 3 pick. And he'll have to agree to play out the season without a new contract. But there's a non-zero chance the Lions consider making an offer for Reddick. Now, I don't know about that. I think that Reddick could still be in play for the Lions, but I also believe that Brad Holmes would not make the mistake that the New York Jets made in trading for Hassan Reddick and not giving him a new deal. Number 3, Azir Ojolari with the New York Giants. It says Ojolari is theoretically very available, and he may have bolstered his appeal with a sack against the Browns in Week 3. He's also hard to get very excited about. It. They say that a second round pick by the Giants in 2021, Ojolari had 8 sacks with 8 tackles for a loss during his rookie season. Over the 2 seasons after, as injuries limited him to 18 total games, he has 8 sacks, 2.5 last season with 2 sacks in week 18. For what it's worth, Pro Football Focus has never been very high on his work. It's fair to assume the Giants will move him for a valuable offer. So this is a guy that they're saying that possibly the Lions could get for little of nothing, and that's why they're saying that would be a good deal. Number 2, Javion Clowney. It says winning in week 3 does not take the Panthers out of what should be sale mode over the next month. I would agree with that. That was a good win for the Panthers, but I'm not willing to go as far as say that they are in any contention for anything. It says an older player should be on the trade block, including the 31-year-old Clowney. The former number 1 pick is on his 15. What else does it say about him? It said he had his first sack of the season against the Raiders in week 3. So if you can get him for relatively cheap, that may not be bad. And number 1, Yannick Ngakoue, who is a free agent. I thought somebody recently picked him up. Maybe they didn't. Before a down 2023 season, they were shortened by injury. A few pass rushers in the NFL were as consistent as Ngakoue. It says he posted at least 8 sacks in each of his first 7 seasons with double-digit sacks twice and at least 9.5 sacks 4 times. Part of the rub with Ngakoue, and perhaps a core reason he remains available as September winds down, might be how well traveled he has been. Yes, he has kind of jumped around to some different teams. It says it's unclear why no one has signed him, but with apparently few or no opportunities for him, now he may have to jump on the next team that has interest. So those are 5 pass rushers that the Lions could possibly go after. What do you all think about that? Do you like any of those guys? Do you maybe want to see the Lions just stay put and not bring anyone else in? Or do you have some other ideas? All right, Lions fans, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and follow us on our Twitter/X page, and go ahead and follow us on our TikTok page. It'll be interesting to see what the Lions do. It's kind of hard for me to believe that they would do absolutely nothing, especially with Davenport going out, especially with the attention that Aiden Hutchinson is starting to receive. We need something on that other end to take some of the pressure off of him. All right, Lions fans, that's all for this one. Until next time, peace.